Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. You have come here to learn about the Realm of Sesamar, namely, one of its cities, the city of Nithnamar. I am Jaranoff, wizard of the Conclaves of Nithnamar. I will provide you with a detailed look at many characteristics of Nithnamar, City of Towers. You will learn about the layout of the city and its magic towers. I will include details of its citizens and its method of local governance. You will also learn of the natural defensive position of Nithamar's location and much, much more. You are about to be schooled regarding this mystical location in the realm of Sesamar. Nithnamar is located south of the mountain city Bolelius and north of the realm's capital city, the White City of Kornas. It is positioned back upon the Black Cliffs. It is a space composed of rocky terrain, making it extremely difficult to traverse and use for cultivation. The layout of the city is radial in nature, like a huge portion of a wagon wheel with several spokes protruding westward and southward. Its radial streets are lined with interlocking natural rocks. At its hub stands 3 mighty towers, which will be described later, each in great detail. Its most prominent city statue rests at the center of the 3 towers. Sesamar, the female representation of the twin gods, exists as a well-proportioned goddess. Her arms are outstretched, her hair short, filled and flowing from sea wind, robes cascading across her feminine form. The energy that is exhibited in the statue is representative of her twin, Desamar. He is ordered and composed of infinite energy. All viewers of the statue reflexively give ritual motions, hand to heart, fingers to lips, hand thrown to the air above, the kiss of love, as it is referred. Let us return to the streets of this mystic city. Walking in Nithnamar is a chore, especially for elderly spellcasters. It is due to the irregular rocky terrain. The most jagged rocks have been removed, but the ground is still uneven and rough on its carts, save for ruts caused by routine wheels that have carved them. Eclectically robed spellcasters and sages are all too common. They stroke their long beards, hold their hats against sea breezes, and grip tight their prized baubles. Buildings are built upon piles of flat stones. This prevents structures from being weakened by rains. Water often moves through the streets to lower ground, being guided around raised structures. An interesting characteristic of Nithnamar is its varying odors. Normally, the entire city is offered fresh salt breezes, which is a result of the roiling chaos of wind and rain that emanates from the Sea of Fate to its east. After a rain, it smells of a wonderful mineral scent. It is thick but pleasant. When wind blows from the west, notes of pine can be experienced. When in bloom, coffee plants releasing their sweet scent can be discerned. The sounds of several species of seabirds are common. They use the rocky cliffs as a means of protection against land predators like foxes and wolves. A large breed of condor finds its home here as well. Their nighttime searches for prey contribute to a foreboding darkness to the city. The migratory patterns of 3 types of birds should also be noted as their paths pass over Nithnamar. There is the yellow-breasted sagus. Its quick darting motion makes it difficult to see its black and white streaks. There is the chunky gray-blue balthasar. Their movements are less quick, but their power is not often contested among small birds. The black-hooded macote sings its song, which knowledgeable watchers call a truth song. The city of Nithnamar is of great importance. It is the center of magic in the realm, at least for humans. Therefore, squads of city guards and watchmen come from nearby cities. Paladins come from Kornos to guard the towers. Fighters from Bolelius have been assigned to manage streets, businesses, and homes. These protectors of the city are rather grim while on duty, but the fighters tend to be very relaxed as they imbibe drinks in the city's two establishments. These men are allowed great liberty in handling people who are disorderly. Interventions can include physical force. However, for alleged crimes, guards and watchmen will transport the accused to particular towers by the nature of the allegations. The Gray Tower with religious iconography, the Tower for Clerics, addresses crimes against gods. This includes blasphemy, disrespect towards holy people and property. The vine-covered Gray Tower, for druids, deals with crimes against plants and animals. It specializes in crimes against nature. The White Tower of Marble, for magic users, handles everything else. Guards and watchmen surrender the accused to these respective towers where justice is handled internally from there. Each tower, called a conclave, always has an adjudicator on duty who will hear cases and pass judgment. Common consequences are fines, banishment, and public flogging. The White Tower, made from Laurelantha marble, is called Tower Nithnamar. This tower is the most prominent. It is taller. Its color starkly contrasts to the gray color of the other two towers. The tower's white marble is adorned with several unique icons and scripts. Dragon stones line all sides of the tower. They are arranged in a way to give the illusion the tower is made from several dragons, whose outstretched wings spread around the tower. Magic users use the tower for a multitude of tasks. They study, disseminate information related to magic, and oversee the use of magic in the realm. Let us look at each of them separately. Magic users use this space to learn about spellcraft. These spellcasters study according to several determining characteristics. Spellcasters may specialize by school. For instance, they may only look at enchantment or conjuration or evocation spells. Some spellcasters may specialize by effect, causing damage, controlling others, or creating items. The dissemination of magic is done here, but it is tricky. Learning about magic is not easy, and it requires time, information, experimentation, and materials. It is an expensive undertaking. With the backing of houses, this learning takes place and gets taught to others. This method makes the necessity of belonging to a house a reality for magic users. This also settles a previous problem: magic users working in dangerous isolation. Tower Nithnamar has a contingent of hunters who deal with renegade spellcasters. The contingent seeks to delineate rules of spellcraft, oversee magic users, and bring transgressors to justice. Special agents can be activated to rein in magic users who violate the use of magic in the realm. The rules of magic will be covered later. Nithnamar has two gray towers, but the tower for clerics, called Tower Cragnon, is adorned with religious motifs. It has numerous symbols that cover literally hundreds of gods. Above its doorway rests a large marble relief of Sesamar. Her lovely, full-bodied femininity is evident, as is the power of Decima. Her veins are enlarged and her outstretched hands surrounded by intense swirls of energy. The tower is obviously dedicated to lofty efforts. It focuses on divine spellcasting and spellcasters. It uses the space for worship, study of religious works, and the furthering of religious ideologies specifically meant to drive unification in the realm. This latter part of the mission, unification, is no easy matter concerning the inherent diverse nature of deities and the peoples who worship them. Yet, it is the permeating influence of the twin gods that instills this unification. Its necessity arising from the growing chaos in this realm, like the existence of numerous hordes of evil creatures and the elemental chaos that has tightened its grip on these lands. Tower Cragnon has a group of spellcasters who derive their power as a result of intimate bonds with outer world entities. They serve these good beings with the hope of coming to a deeper understanding of the larger forces that are in play, causing chaos in the realm. These occultists are eyed with great suspicion by most other spellcasters, but this is why we hold them close to us. This great tower is called the Tower of Hibithnius. Covered in a lattice of vines, it is void of demarcations, statues, and inscriptions of any kind. This tower exists as a place of study and loose organization for biology, botany, zoology, horticulture, ecology, and spells that affect them. Druids do devote a considerable amount of time dealing with animals, plants, and environments. It is their nature to have a great affinity for the kingdom of nature over humanoid civilizations. Still, Druids experiment with soils, planting techniques, rotations of crops, and such out of curiosity and desire to maximize food production, so they claim. They keep livestock for meats, milks, and fertilizer. So Druids create unique spaces around its tower and near the city for those purposes. Despite gathering a great deal of information as a result of their studies, Druids hotly debate the issue of recording it and their history. Philosophical concerns about information being exclusive to Druids, improving society, or simply expressing natural tendencies commonly finds houses at odds with each other. It is the need to overcome the realm's chaos that has mainly caused Druids to overcome their differences. Fortunately, they side more often with recording their efforts than not. Due to the affinity to nature, Druids find a close relationship with those who have the same preference. This means Druids have strong ties with rangers. They also have formed alliances with creatures of nature, like pixies, brownies, sprites, fairies, dryads, and so on. This network has been correctly identified by Cornas and Nithnamar as being of great importance to overcoming chaos. Another important concern for Druids is the understanding of elements in Sesamar. They investigate the currents of the Whitewater River, the winds of the Howling Chasm, and the dangerous conditions of the Sea of Fate. They also desire to understand the driving force behind the growth in frequency and intensity of seismic activities in the realm. It has been discussed that Nithnamar is located upon the Black Cliffs, near the Sea of Fate. But why did the city come to find this place to be its home? There are two reasons this specific place was chosen a long time ago. It is due to a unique physical characteristic of the area. It is also due to unique magical energies of the area. We will examine both of them. The physical space offers a strong line of defense for the city. To get to Nithnamar from the sea, merchants and sailors must travel through a tight canyon called the Serpent's Coil. It is a rising path from the shoreline to Nithnamar, but the narrow path makes for a superb line of defense. An advancing force would have to subject itself to defensive measures from up high while in compact, vulnerable formations making them fodder for city defenders. This would have to be done while a strong maritime force from the nearby island of Asperforio would be attacking by sea. Looking beyond the defensive nature of Nithnamar, let us look at the nature of magic in this area of Sesamar. During the Third Age, the Age of Murgrys, when humans learned of the nature of magic, they drank from its mystical rivers. No, they gulped at it. Their desire for it was all-consuming. They searched across its mystical rivers, thirsty for larger pools of it. They were driven across the Sea of Fate to the western lands. They finally stopped atop the Black Cliffs. It is where Nithnamar now stands, where they found a confluence and built the city. While the area has gone through several reconstructions, the three towers were placed within close proximity to each other. Each tower is able to drink from these rivers. Each tower watches the others and keeps each other in balance. I dare not say more about this confluence. Spellcrafters who have mastered the mystical arts call the magic in this realm the Nith. This name comes from a human magic user in the Age of Neltinus, whose name is Nitholduus. His work was groundbreaking in the art of spellcraft, hence the name for the tower in the city. Likewise, the other towers were named for Cragnus, a human cleric, Hybithtul, a half-elf druid. It is well known spellcasters spend a considerable amount of time learning to cast magic. Successful casting depends upon carefully articulated power words placed into specific arrangements. They are matched with precise gestures. Often, material components are required. These are not the rules to be investigated at this time. Instead, we will look at limitations that have been placed upon magic users as far as the types of spells that can be cast. The type of spells that cannot be cast are spells that permanently change organic matter to some new state of being. For instance, casting a spell that caused a human to permanently become, say, half bird would not be allowed. On the other hand, a spell that temporarily changed flesh to stone would be allowed. The reason for these limitations became apparent long ago, during the Age of Neltinus. Spellcasters discovered powerful transmutation spells. They created hobgoblins, bugbears, and all sorts of creatures. These creatures, created without care for consequence, also maligned our reality. The spells twisted nature, causing great distress to their creatures, making most of them forever irredeemably evil beings. One need only look at orcs, half human and half pig, or kobolds, half demi-human and half reptile, to see the damage they have caused upon the realm. Both orcs and kobolds have slaughtered thousands of humans and dwarves. They have seized cities and underground lairs. The evil nature of these creatures is unbridled due to the lack of divine guidance and the societal limiters that come from divinity. This is why spellcasters who abuse magic are not taken lightly. The long-term ramifications are too damaging to ignore. This is why a contingent of hunters exists. It investigates claims, hunts renegade spellcasters, and brings the accused to justice, back to Nithnamar. The unified vigilance of spellcasters creates an awareness of the issue and a need to expose transgressing wizards who use such damaging transmutation magic. Nithnamar has a reputation for its inquiry, problem-solving, and lawful mystical purity. This is why it is central to the choosing of kings. For in this city, the conclaves have the duty to pick a king according to the number of well-defined rules. Let us look at some of those rules. Each conclave, each tower of Nithnamar, must present 3 representatives to form what is known as the body. The body must agree upon a seer to serve the body. Once the seer is agreed upon, the body becomes the augury. The augury has a limited amount of time to agree upon a king by majority vote. Likewise, this procedure is used to handle cases of incompetence and death of a king. It will investigate such claims and partake in the same process to secure a king when warranted. Therefore, Nithnamar is pivotal in this position as a power broker in the realm. Hence, this is another reason why the city of Kornos and Bolelius are tasked in protecting it. The details of timelines in the process of choosing a king have been omitted here, but such detail is available at gigagod.com, and an appropriate link will be placed in the description of this video. While Nithnamar is known throughout the realm for the art of spellcraft, it does contribute to the economy. The Black Cliffs have a valuable sedimentary rock. Slopes to the west have vibrant soil for particular types of crops. The rock that has great value is coal. Nithnamar does have active coal mines that yield a considerable amount of the substance for a variety of tasks. It is used for brewing and smelting. It is also used for the production of pottery. Most important, it is used for blacksmithing, which is needed for the creation of armor and weapons to fight lizard men and giants in the western lands. The slopes west of the Black Cliffs have perfect soil and conditions for 4 types of crops. The rich black soil is superb for growing coffee and tobacco, seen as luxury items. There is also an area that is vital for growing cotton, used for expensive clothing, and hemp for making rope. Ropes are vital for construction, sailing, and animal handling. Consequently, some of the most skilled rope makers in the realm can be found here. Nithnamar has unique places of interest. It has the Black Dragon Inn, known for its dragon wines and lavish worm rooms. It has the Circle Tavern, that may serve ordinary foods and beverages, but dare I say those who go there are far from ordinary. This is the location of the mystical 3 conclaves that spellcasters yearn to visit. More details of these places and a list of rumors can be found at gigagod.com. The website has a map of the city and the surrounding area. The website is certainly not limited to only the city of Nithnamar. It contains maps of the entire realm. There are descriptions of 40 cities. There is a random name generator for NPCs, details of playable character classes like magic users. There is a history of the realm and more. Extend your investigation of the Realm of Sesamar on social media with Facebook and X. More important, stay tuned for further videos as GigaGod Productions delves into new locations within the Realm of Sesamar. Also, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now, where did I put my favorite quill? I have my lucky goblet. I got that one after a heck of an adventure north in the western lands. Okay, my party of courageous adventurers followed the Whitewater River north into the land of giants. We found the source of it. Wonderful. Dangerous. I said too much already. Boy, if they go there and get hurt, I'm going to worry about this now. Oh, maybe they didn't hear me.